So, hello, this is Luca Talks Ball here, and today I'm back here with another MK Dons content. Yes, of course, something different on the channel. Yes, I have finally, about time, I've actually put the video out. Of course, I was meant to put this video out like Thursday or Friday, but now the perfect time to put it out with a brand new, fresh week. There's not really been any transfers going, but today I thought I'd do something different on the channel. I've got plenty of MK Dons content, as now obviously, of course, I've got a new logo channel. I want to big ups to Ryan, Cardiff City fan, for making me the logo, so massive shout out to him. Give him a subscriber. He doesn't really do videos, but obviously give him a subscriber on his account. I'll put the link in the description after this video. But besides that, today's topic, we are going to be discussing top 5 MK Dons kits of all time, of which kits I've enjoyed, me supporting MK Dons for the past 10 years, going to MK, and I'm going to give you my reactions to the top 5 kits and my favourites. So we'll start off with the top 5 MK Dons kit of all time. We're going to go with the 2015-2016, of course, the championship season. Of course, we got promoted from the 14-15 season, and this was like my first ever kit I got going to MK Dons. And of course, that season I only missed 6 games in all competition. Not gonna lie, we had players like, of course, we got relegated. We finished with 39 points. We needed at least 45 to 50 points to stay up that season, and ever since then we never really got back into the championship. But we had certain players like that. Of course, the sponsorship, of course, was with Era as well. I really liked that, of course, and I know with obviously not with that sponsorship anymore now. But the players who we had back then, of course, Dean Bowditch, I remember Simon Church, Carl Baker, Carl McFadzean, Anthony Kay, David Martin, Louis, of course, who's now retired. We had all these certain people as well, and that season was obviously not a very good season, but the best away day was Derby away. I remember Jake Forster-Caskey's free kick, I think it was around the 83rd minute. And what I liked about that kit, of course, obviously it was like very bright yellow, had a bit of like a red stripe and Suzuki on it as well. But what I really liked about that season in the 2015-2016 was just like, it was a real good bright yellow texture, and that's what I really liked. And that's obviously like my top MK Dons kit I really liked as number 1. Second MK Dons kit I quite liked, of course, was the one in the 2016-2017. Of course, it was 50 years celebrating Milton Keynes, not the club, but 50 years around the whole land of the area of Milton Keynes. And we played Bolton Wanderers. I think we drew 1-1 that game. I think it was 1-1. I can't really remember. My memory's not that great from like nearly 10 years ago. And it had the MK50 in it, the gold thing. If only we had that as a kit that season, or bring some sort of like kit of that quality back, that was really good. And I remember I never really got a chance to buy that kit, and I kind of like regret buying that kit. Maybe if I find it, or maybe on like a website or an eBay or something like that, maybe I will go and find a kit, or maybe look on vintage. But that was 50 years celebrating Milton Keynes, and a lot of people were really interested in that game against Bolton Wanderers. We drew 1-1 in that game, I believe. And that was a real good kit. It was just a shame that we really didn't have that as a proper kit. And what I liked about it was like the gold texture on it, proper like celebrating 50 years of Milton Keynes with the MK50 on it. And that was a real good kit. The third kit I enjoyed, of course, was also that season, the 2016-2017, and that is probably like one of my kits I've really liked, and sometimes I do tend to wear it when I go to the MK Dons games. Of course, I've got this kit, the white kit, a bit similar to as it was last season, just gone, where you had that little yellow stripe right here, and you had it like underneath here, like above the shoulders and all that. Still the sponsorship was with Era, the 2016-2017. I had Lewington on the back, of course, and that was a really nice kit. had Louis on the back with the black writing and all that. And that is probably like my third MK Dons kit I really enjoyed, because I would really want to see maybe more kits like that going into next season. Of course, maybe have it a little bit more deeper and white. We had a bit similar to that last season in the 24-2025 season. Next kit, of course, is 2019-2020 season, COVID season. Of course, we had the yellow away kit, which of course had the black Suzuki on it, had a bit of light black stripes in the middle. I remember the players, like, I think that season we had the likes of David Kusumu, Jordan Bowie, Boateng. Who else did we have that season? Reece Healy that season, Sam Lombi as well. Because I remember we had a kit like that, and I think I went to an away game that season. I can't really remember if I did or not. I know the home kit of that season, the white one. I remember watching AFC Wimbledon, and we beat them 2-1, I think we did, and it was a lunchtime kickoff at home. I remember Reece Healy scored in that game, and that was a really good nice yellow kit. And I would like MK to bring like that sort of like yellow kit back again, because we haven't had a yellow kit for quite some time. And I'm hoping next season, obviously I don't know any info about any of the kits. Look, I don't work for the club. Obviously I know some bits in the club, but I don't work for the club, so I don't know what goes on. But however, I would like MK to bring like a yellow kit, because I really enjoyed something like, because recently we've been having red, black, white, red, black and white, which isn't a problem, but I would like MK, of course, to bring that yellow kit back. That is like a real good kit. I quite enjoyed, of course, that season. I know we finished in League One that season. I think we finished mid-table that season. I could be wrong, because the following season, or actually no, the 21-2022 season, we obviously missed out and lost in the playoffs to Wickham. So that is my fourth MK Dons kit, of course, was the 2023-2024 season. You had that sort of like a bluish kit, like violent purple blue kit. It was the season, of course, obviously our first season back in League Two. We wore that kit when we beat Wrexham 5-3, and now Wrexham are in the Championship now. And what I really liked about that kit, of course, it was a kit where we've never really had before, and it kind of like reminds me of, like, remember the old days back in the old Wimbledon days, where we had a bit of a similar kit to that. Even when we played in the old hockey stadium, when we first obviously came into the club, as rebranded as MK Dons. That was like one of my, probably like my fifth top kit I really enjoyed. And of course, it was obviously, that kit was maybe like a one-off. That was a real good, really kit. And of course, we had the likes of Dan Harvey and them lot in there as well. Warren Ahura played in there. Of course, we got into the playoffs that season. Obviously, you know what happened, and we lost 8-1 to Corney. But yeah, look, that is my top 5 MK Dons kits I've enjoyed, with me supporting MK Dons for 10 years now. Proper 10 years. Of course, obviously, I started going when we were in the Championship. Then obviously I went a bit quiet for the last few years, and then I started going proper when we got relegated like into League Two in the 23-24 season, and ever since then I've started to becoming a vlogger. But let me know, MK Dons fans, what is your favourite top 5 kits of all time, and let me know how long you've been supporting MK Dons. And I will be dropping another MK Dons video later on. Of course, I've got plenty of MK Dons videos, of course. Pre-season is 3 weeks on Saturday. Of course, we are going on a Spanish tour, but unfortunately I'm not going to be at the Spanish tour, as I'm at a concert. So I will be at the rest of the pre-season friendlies. I'll be at Hitchin, I'll be at Stevenage, I'll be at Brackley Town, of course, and Doncaster at Cresley Park. So MK Dons fans, plenty of content coming out on the channel. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and this channel is an MK Dons content now, and it always will be. So subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you for the next one. Take care.